Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway in Southern California. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for the Dolphins. It would appear these guys aren't fooling around. A big play on the second play from scrimmage.
Well, last night at our meeting, you said you thought that they would test the secondary early, but I don't know on the second play of the game. I thought you meant as we get into it a little bit. They decided to just come right out swinging.
So how about all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Second and 8. Mostert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
There's Mostert. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A handoff running left is Mostert. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. This is Mostert, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Herbert now. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff, it's Eckler. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a 1st down.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
On second down, Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Gerald Everett there to make the grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The dangerous Hill now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there for the Dolphins.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Now a give to Mostert running right. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Mostert fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
And that run wasn't just for a first down. That was for some confidence. They've had a tough day moving the ball on the ground this entire game. I think after that one, they'll feel a little bit better about themselves, and now they got more downs to try and get it done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now the first carry. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And they give this time to the tailback. He's to the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
24 yards for Raheem Mostert.
And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. This is caught inside the 15. A big gain that time for the Chargers. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler.
A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Returning it, Hill. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
From just shy of midfield, Tua. Flush to his right.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. It's Eckler again. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right.
He'll fire this one deep for Eckler.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Tua on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On the give, this is Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 2. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler,
his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counterplay in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy.
Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage.
And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for L.A.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Incomplete.
Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver.
And now it's third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So now here come the Dolphins. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
76 yards. And the Dolphins can take the lead with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Play action. It's Herbert. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And Allen's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Oh, yeah, good job, fellas, good job.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers down by 8, just under 2 minutes to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. For Herbert, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they had to take the shot there. Obviously, that was pretty much it, their last chance.
No other play for them, right? I mean, there's no other choice. It's not like you can have some strategy move, right? Punt it away and hope to... No, that's what they had to do. Right now, that offensive unit, they're pretty discouraged on the sidelines. They're going to feel like they let the team down in that situation, but they were in a tough spot to begin with.
And with no timeouts now, they just need a miracle.
Yeah, an absolute miracle. If the team has the ball, just find a way to run out the clock, take care of the ball, and go home a winner.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 154 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, that last run for a 1st down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. One last throw here for Herbert. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.
today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, this is Madden Football on EA Sports.
Just off the shores of... Geary, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up second down. Back to throw. Herbert. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, 33 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski.
Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give running right is Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly senses run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. To throw is Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. They took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 11. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Down now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. From the 50, here's Herbert. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
I think this defense was still trying to recover.
Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him, throw that challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was... So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2nd and 8 coming up. From the gun, Herbert flush to his right. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler there to make the grab. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. second down and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. On first down, it's Hunt. Take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Here's Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his target, Allen. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Herbert eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
After the interception, here's Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside. and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for Cleveland.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
I don't think this will even, no, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Chubb running right. Had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. From the 50, it's Watson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Herbert now. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid, still pitching a shutout. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play that time for Cleveland.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. On 2nd and 7. Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you've still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Herbert. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
first down. Justin Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Flush to his right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, 14 yards. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
We got 4. We got 4. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
He's at the 40. Past the 20.
Oh, we got plenty
And he
of fun,
takes
baby.
it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Watson looks to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And running with power here. Touchdown. David Njoku, 33 yards. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Now Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Browns are right back in this football game.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They started on the ground with Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. from the gun. He's airing it out for Williams. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw here, Herbert.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's airing it out for Williams. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Just showed us a pretty good football IQ there. Didn't have anyone open. Did have a receiver in the area. Didn't want to take the sack. Just wanted to get rid of it. And successfully did so.
Does open himself to a pretty good shot taken there at the end. But you're right. Good job getting rid of it. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Herbert. He gets it complete to Harris. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Herbert throwing again. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And this is picked up by the Browns.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight. Points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
No, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there? You
would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
One last throw here for Watson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on